Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 12 of Oblivion Oath. Look at that, we made it to a full dozen. I want to thank you all for joining us here this Thursday as we continue our story. Thank you for all of those who watch on Twitch and YouTube. I got just a couple of notes here before we get started. First of all, for those of you who tuned in last week while enjoying some 4th of July festivities, thank you for tuning in to watch episode 0. If you missed that, it is loaded up into our YouTube stream, so you should be able to catch it there. That is the session that happens before all of the kind of zany madness that happens in this game. So if you missed that, I want to encourage you to go check it out. I also have picked something up. I picked this up on my most recent vacation, and I'm going to use it here in the stream to make sure I always know who has the key. So I've picked up this key, and Katina, I believe Mikah is currently carrying the key. So if you could just keep that in front of you on the table so that at all times we know who has the key.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
great. Yeah.
For no particular reason.
No.
Just kind of wanted to put that out there.
Sure.
Didn't want it to just appear on the table. Figured I'd let you guys know what that's all about. So, whoever has the key,
cool.
the key sits in front of them.
Not at all
Not
cursed.
ominous at all.
No.
Qundle is so happy to have gotten rid of that.
Everything is great.
Hooray.
All right. So.
Nothing bad can happen now.
No. Everything's great.
I've got a key.
Everything's fantastic. Okay. So. I think that's about it for notes. I do want to thank everyone who's bought hero points and villain points and named NPCs over the past few weeks. We are so overloaded on that, I can't even give any out right now. So, I mean, feel free to keep piling them up, but until people spend some, I can't give any more out.
Fine.
Yeah.
We'll spend some hero points.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find it in your heart to spend hero points, that'd be great.
I'm sure we'll have no reason to need them at all.
No.
Never.
No. Well, nothing bad happens in this game.
No.
So it's fine.
It's all puppies.
All right. Yeah.
All
It's
the
all
puppies.
puppies with gold. All right. Now, when we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, they were fleeing Throne Step, having escaped from the clutches of Vokar, the Herald of Razmir.
Fleeing intrepidly.
Intrepidly fleeing across the countryside. You were traveling mostly by night, trying to prevent anyone from spotting you as you darted from broken bits of wall and small groupings of trees and old farmhouses as you kind of made your way further and further away from the capital. As you traveled, you soon came to realize that the next day, and this is actually a couple sessions ago now that I think about it, you realized that Vokar and a group of cultists were coming after you. They had hounds, they were chasing you through the countryside, and you kept making your way closer and closer to a very large forest of trees. It was the best chance you had to attempt to lose them. In open ground, you had no chance at all. And darting inside this, you found, as it was getting close to day and you were looking for a place to camp, you came upon a clearing, and in that clearing, you met a halfling. A rather twitchy little fellow, as it turns out, whose name is Dranzior. Dranzior is apparently a poor, lone halfling hunter who lives in these woods, who wasn't altogether happy to see you. As a matter of fact, he kept repeating his mantra, "Strangers bring dangers," the entire time you were there, although it became clear that if you were being hunted, he had to do something to hide you. That way the cultists didn't find him. So he brought you back to his cabin, where he invited you to rest, but made it very clear that you would not be staying there. You were going to leave the next day. He did not want you in his forest any longer than you had to be. And you were finally able to get a decent night's rest. However, during this evening of calm, Qundle had a vision, a dream, in which the Grey Wolf came to you and approached you as you were with the Grey Wolf came to you in a dream, surrounded by other kind of more ordinary wolves. And the Grey Wolf looked at you, then looked at the other wolves, and left the wolves, going on a journey. And looking at this scene, you looked at the other wolves, and with sadness, you turned to follow the Grey Wolf, who went down a dark and dangerous path. However, that dream was rudely interrupted by Dranzior screaming, "Get up! Get up!" because the cultists had entered the woods. They were hounds in the woods. They were trying to get a hold of your scent, and he sent you all chasing through the woods, desperately trying to outrun them. He decided to take you to a place where he hoped you might find some refuge. A village, really. Calling it a town is way overblowing its proportion. A village called Dead Goat. And he led you through the forest. He managed to get you all across a ravine where he knocked the log in so that you couldn't be followed, giving you a few hours head start. You made it out of the forest. You made a break down into the valley to the tiny little village of Dead Goat. Arriving in town, Dranzior just said, "Do what I do," as you walked past a pair of drunken, passed-out Razmiran cultists who were basically slumped over on the side of the street. And he just kind of, did the all hail to them, and they didn't even respond. He then took you to what appeared to be a very old church. This church on the front of it had what looked to be like it once had the holy symbol of Erastil up front, but that is now weathered and gone. And he brought you inside and introduced you to Olinari, Mother Olinari, who he explained that he found you and that the cultists were chasing you. Mother Olinari said, "Oh, this is horrible. I need to get you hidden." She's a kindly old woman, and she took you into the back of what was a temple, and now looks like she uses it as a barn for her hogs, which are kept in the cemetery outside. And she took you in back and set you down, and then took all of her hogs out and ran them through town to ruin any signs of your passage, and undoubtedly any notice of your scent or anything for the hounds to follow. Those pigs went rampaging through town. She then took you back behind the altar to a secret panel that was in the floor that led down into a small chamber. She explained that it was once the priestess's personal quarters, and there on the wall hangs the holy symbol of Erastil, which probably once was mounted on the front of the church. She then put you in there and said, by all means, get your rest, take your ease, don't make any noise. If the cultists show up, I'm going to lead them away. And that is exactly what she did. She came back a few hours later with food, including a very large plate of ham. There was ham. Everyone was very excited for ham. With no prosperity seasoning at all. None.
It was actual ham.
Actual ham. She fed you and explained that she managed to convince the priest that she had not seen you and that they moved on. She then said you could get your rest and left you here to get some honest sleep. She then went back upstairs because it was now evening. You had been running all day. And she left you there to sleep. You all bedded down and fell asleep into a kind of fitful, restless dream. And meanwhile, we panned outside, and a mist had rolled into the graveyard surrounding the temple, or the old ancient shrine, and the ground began to stir, and a hand came bursting up out of the ground.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that's what we're going to pick up. So here's what happens. The four of you are down in this cloistered cell, right? This it could have been a storage place for the priest, to be honest. It's not a very large space. And Mother, Olinari put you down here and gave you food and gave you blankets and stuff and gave you shelter. You all awaken to kind of a start as there is what sounds like a scream. It's pretty muffled, but it's loud enough to pierce the stone slab that is the door that enters this place. And you all are awoken by the sound of this scream. Mikah, you notice something else as well.
No. Okay.
The key that is around your neck is frigid cold. It is ridiculously cold. Like you have frostbite from where it is hanging around your neck. And looking at it, you can see that it's glowing with a pale light.
Well, I'm gonna kind of hold it out from my body on the chain because it's real cold.
Well, I mean, the moment you get it out from underneath
Yeah.
your chain and it's out in the open, you could let it hang and it wouldn't hurt you. But
Okay.
against your skin,
Just
it was
touching
causing
my skin.
pain.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Okay. Well, I still don't want it to be like out in the open. So can I kind of put it in like a belt pouch or
I mean,
something?
you could take it off and put it in a belt pouch or something.
When she pulls it out, is it glowing?
Yeah.
All right, so Qundle will butt scoot his way as far away from her and the key as possible and press himself into a small corner.
Yeah.
And bundle down as much as he can.
Sev, by the way, woke up with all of this as well. She is still with you.
Yeah.
And kind of looks at that and is like,
I don't know why it's
the
doing
hells
this.
is that?
I don't know. This is what the knight gave us on the beach before he turned into ash, which is probably not a good sign.
She looks at you with shocked dismay. What?
All things we never mentioned to her because she wasn't there?
No, I'm pretty sure you told her. I thought you told her, right?
About the key and the knight turning to ash. No.
Maybe not. Well, that happened. Sorry.
She looks aghast at that and is like grabbing her stuff because there is another scream that pierces the
Do you want me to... let's go see what those screams are
Yeah.
about.
We
let's
gotta.
go.
Because
Yeah.
we're strangers and we brought danger.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming you grab your
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
weapons
Yeah.
and stuff.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, so you're able to kind of quickly grab your stuff and make your way up the stone stairs. The door is counterweighted so that when you push it from below, it opens with relativity. So you're not like trapped down here or anything. You don't have to make sex to push it out of the way. But you are. It does take a bit of effort, so it takes a moment for you to push it. And as you push it, you can hear the scream. It doesn't sound like it's like inside the church itself, but it sounds very close nearby. And some of the broken windows are how you're hearing it so clearly. So you're all able to kind of get up and get out of the space down below and get your bearings. But you're still inside the church proper. What do you do? You don't see anybody in here, by the way. It's empty.
Okay.
You remember that junk that I sorted from the building before we went into the sewer? I got some little rusted nails.
Yeah. There was some trash.
Yeah. Hard trash.
Yeah, hard trash.
Hard
Qundle
trash.
gets a handful of that.
Okay.
He's got it in his hand.
A handful of hard trash.
Yep.
All right.
I have found a use for everything I found in that room so far except the hard trash.
The hard
That's
trash.
true.
This is got to figure out what to do with that. All right.
I have a plan.
All right. Yeah. Awesome.
Do we have a light source? I don't
I have
see
dark
so well.
vision, so
Yeah.
You mean a beacon so that everything screaming can find us? No, we don't have one of those.
Well, so I can see things to stab them better.
I don't have light prepared, so...
I do. Qundle will cast light on one of your weapons.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're real
Shiny.
sneaky now
Yeah.
with your glowing rapier.
I was going to
All
say
right.
I have a glowing key, but...
Yeah. No one will see you coming with that glowing
No.
sword.
Zell will go charging out of the church.
All right.
Oh, there he
Is
goes.
everybody joining Zell, or are you guys leaving the church?
Zell.
The people are in trouble.
Yes, I will go
All right.
after Zell.
Yeah.
Can you guys place yourselves just outside of the... It's a mausoleum on this map. It's actually a bigger building than
Mini
that,
church.
So the door's
yeah,
over
yeah,
here.
that's
so
right. The door's on that side. So
I
if
would
you guys
say
could
you go
place
charging
yourself
out.
outside there.
There's some other folks.
Okay.
Got Sabrina.
I'm guessing Sabrina is not particularly up front.
She'll be right next to Mikah.
I don't know. Did she play her flute? Because this could be all her fault.
No, she did not play her flute. If a scream woke us, a flute would have woken us. So we're gonna have to. And I'll be
Feels
honest with you,
quiet
I have a new theory on what keeps causing undead around us.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right, so you all go. That's odd. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so you burst out of the doors, pushing them open, and outside, you immediately identified the source of the scream. Mother Olinari is currently using her walking stick, and she has one because she's like 80. She is currently using her walking stick to fight off a corpse that has crawlen up out of the graveyard and is attempting to bite her. And that corpse is not alone. As a matter of fact, there are 6 of them.
Oh, good.
Always
So
bring a
if
friend.
you could please scatter those around the graveyard.
Buddy system.
Buddy system.
The body system.
Ah!
Where is Mother Olinari?
Olinari? It occurs to me I didn't bring a mini from Mother Olinari. So we're going to say that that one that you just placed kind of up on the corner over here, near that gravestone, that one is the one fighting Mother Olinari.
Okay.
Here.
Put this D4 to represent where
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Right there?
Yeah, I
Is
forgot
that
to
good?
bring a mini for. Sorry about that. And as you push your way out of the doors, there is like a larger mausoleum back there. It shatters and cracks as a very large undead hulk pushes it out. It looks like it was once like a lumberjack or something, like a big burly man, but it is like swollen and its body is all puffy and gross and over, like it looks like it's about to burst out of its own skin. And we're going to place this guy on the map to represent that guy and put him right in front of it. There
I
you
don't
go.
think he would fit in that little box, though.
No, that's why the box just cracked and exploded, because it looks like his growth shattered it.
I mean, I'm jealous of the gains, but...
But at what cost?
Yeah.
Do you eat a
Dead
corpse,
swole.
bro?
Dead
All right,
swole.
everybody. Can I get you all to roll initiative for me, please?
There's a
Perception?
C in the way.
Perception is perhaps the right thing to roll right now. I'm going to go ahead and roll for Severina as well. And I'm going to use this to represent Sev for right now. And Sev has a 20. All right, Karina, what do you have?
I rolled a 9, so I have a 14.
14. Zell, what do you have?
18 total.
18. Qundle,
22.
22. Fantastic. Micah,
21.
21. All right.
Actually
we are
got
ready.
a good one for once.
Okay.
It's all that ham.
Spread everybody out here a little bit.
True.
Give myself some room to work. All right. So-
Murder.
For hordes of enemies.
There's a fair number out there. Okay. So, top of the order, Qundle. The undead have risen up out of the graveyard. They are everywhere.
Is the gravestone between me and the one attacking Mother Olinari enough to give that corpse cover?
Yes.
Corpse cover.
All right. Let's see. I will move as an action 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, so it now shouldn't have cover.
No.
And leave her alone. She gave us ham.
My thoughts
And he
exactly.
will hold up his handful of junk
Okay.
and cast telekinetic projectile.
I see.
Nice.
Having picked it up as a bard cantrip when I multiclassed into bard.
Oh, hey. Look at that.
That's crazy.
So, that is a ranged attack. I will hit a total of 20.
A total of 20. All right. Your junk goes slamming into the zombie's soft, gross flesh. Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
6.
The type of damage is determined by you based on the junk.
So-
Piercing, slashing, or
this is I'm gonna call it both bludgeoning and slashing because
Okay.
it's a mix of junk, but that doesn't seem to make a difference. The junk slams into the corpse, and it doesn't look like it had too much of an effect. The thing is this old, withered, dead body, and that hurt it for sure. But you're not sure it hurt it really all that much.
It's human jerky.
That's gross.
Yep.
you. I'm not saying you're wrong,
All right.
but you.
Why do you assume it's a human corpse?
That's true. That's a good point.
Most of them look like they were once humans. Once.
Those look like kind of
To be honest,
skeletons.
some of them are so rotted, it's hard to tell whether or not they're
Only
human.
humans live in a place called Dead Goat.
That's a good point.
That Zell has a fine point. Micah, it is your turn
Definitely
to
goats don't live there, so. Let's see. Where am I?
You're next to Carina, directly next to the door on this side.
Let's see.
You are 10 feet behind Zell.
Oof. I mean, my first reaction is probably going to be some magic missile, because I want.
It's a fine reaction.
Not,
to
a,
the
not, a,
situation.
not a bad call.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend all 3 actions on that?
Yeah, I think
Alright.
so. So
Where are those
let's
going?
see.
Into the one that...
The one that's attacking Mother Olinari.
All right.
Because
Fair enough.
I don't want her to die. She
Fair.
was nice.
All right.
Let's see. So that's just rolling a bunch of d4s, correct?
Yep. That's going to be 3d4 plus 3.
Alrighty. Boop.
And that's just basic adventuring 101. If someone feeds you, you protect them from the dead.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the pact.
As these
I only
whiz
have
by
2.
my head again.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 5, 6, 9.
9 total.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The missiles go slamming home. The zombie stumbles a bit, but is still standing. That was not enough to kill it. Severina goes. She immediately begins playing her flute to inspire all of you. Playing a fierce battle tune. That's the first thing she does. The second thing
How
she
Jethro
does
Tull.
is draw her rapier, and then she will move up to be next to the end of that cemetery post over on that
Here?
side. Yep, that's perfect. That's what she does. That is all 3 of her actions. That is Severina. Zell.
All right, I'm gonna run over here
Sure.
and slash this guy.
All right. So,
Slash this individual.
It has not gone yet in combat, so it counts as being flat-footed.
Ooh. So first with the rapier, the
Yep.
magical rapier. You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Yeah, let's do
There
it.
we
'Cause,
go.
yeah,
Start burning those.
a 4 is not acceptable. A 3 is less acceptable, but we're gonna have to go with that.
You have 2 more hero points.
Although
Yeah, I was gonna
with
say.
it,
Actually, I learned that I messed something up the last time we did that. You can only spend 1 hero point on a roll.
with a 3, I still have a 12.
A 12 is still a hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is a zombie. It's not
Right,
exactly
right.
fast-moving.
Probably should have. Okay. So I'm
What if they're 28 days
so-
later zombies?
does the rapier
No, they're not.
Okay, good.
does the rapier +1 add to damage or just to
No,
hit?
it just
to
adds to hit.
Okay.
Yeah, what you would need to add to damage is a striking weapon, and that would
Okay.
add an entirely extra die of damage.
Do I get my sneak attack on?
You do.
Can I
Yep.
sneak attack? it?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, because he hasn't gone yet in combat.
You know, undead.
He's
They're
flat
so
bone-footed.
8 damage.
Is that adding your dex on top of that?
That's adding dex.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 8 total. All right. That looks like it didn't have as much of an effect as you would have wanted, but it still manages to take out the zombie. So
Hooray!
go ahead
Oh.
and pull that one off the board.
Yay.
That guy was ridiculously hard to kill.
Yeah,
Actually,
he was.
You guys had to beat on it quite a bit with quite a number of things to get it to go down.
Take that.
Yeah, it just seemed very resistant to harm.
Oh, good. There's only 5 more, and then that big guy.
And then with my last action, because I didn't do it as Fantac, I'm going to move next to her to get in
All
the
right.
way.
So Mother Olinari goes, actually. She goes next, and she moves back. She moves back towards the church.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good job. I was going to tell her to do that. So.
She moves back there and then casts Bless.
Oh, that's
Oh.
nice.
So that will affect anyone who is adjacent to her right now. It's just right next to her for the time being. But anyone who's next to her gets a +1 bonus on attack rolls. Okay. Unfortunately now, the bad guys go.
The baddies.
They get a turn?
Oh, they certainly do. All right.
You were thinking of Whack-A-Mole as the game where they don't get it.
So, there's that one that's right next to Zell.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and have the one that's further back behind that one. That one. Let's have that one move directly up to Qundle. That's one of its actions. So I'm going to start with that one. It's going to move up to Qundle and it's going to attack. It's going to throw a fist at you.
Ugh.
Literally throw it, because I feel like with zombies you might need to specify.
Armor class 20.
That hits.
Ugh.
Its fist slams into you for 8 points of damage.
Ouch.
But that's all it can do. The one next to Zell is going to swing, but a 2 is not going to get me there. So that's
Rolls
going
like
to
I do.
miss. The one that is continuing around clockwise, so the one that's kind of in front of the mausoleum. That one?
Yes.
That one's going to move up towards Mother Olinari. Going to follow her.
No!
Like all the way?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it's going to attack.
Boo.
But it also rolls poorly. Continuing clockwise around, the next one's going to move up towards Zell.
Uh-oh.
And then it's going to attack. Ooh, that one's probably going to hit. Armor class 22.
Yeah, that hits.
But for very little damage, only 5. And then the last ordinary one is going to spend 2 actions moving past everyone and moving towards the group in the back. So it's going to end up, right around there.
Okay.
Fine. All right, last but not least, the big one. The big one goes moving off over towards the east side of the map and ends up between Zell and Qundle.
Oh, gosh.
It moves to right there.
There's not
And it's
enough room
going to
for him.
attack one of you. Qundle, I'm afraid you got the die roll.
No.
Its giant fist comes slamming down at you.
Big fist.
This is a very big fist.
Oh, that's... Well, that's a number.
Is it 1?
No, it's armor class 28.
Oh!
Exceeds my AC by 10.
Oh, crit. Right in the crit.
Takes 16 as its fist slams into you.
Qundle's down.
Holy crap.
Oh,
That
no.
was
I thought you had more hit points than that. That's bad.
Well, he
Thank
did
you.
have...
a sorcerer
Things
goblin.
you don't want to hear the GM.
All right.
Yeah.
He also pushes you 5 feet.
Oh, sure, great.
So
Hey, you're out of
there's
danger.
Sort of that
There's
ragdoll
that.
effect.
Yeah.
The ears
he
flapping
hits
in
you.
the...
He hits you so hard you go slamming back into the fence and fall backward.
It's like slow-mo. No.
Carina,
Okay.
the monsters have gone.
5, 10, 15, 20. Not quite enough to get all the way to the big guy.
So that does drop you to 0, and because it was a crit, you also go to dying 2.
Oh, no.
But you've got hero points, right?
I do have hero.
Yay!
Your initiative also moves to right before them.
Okay.
All right. So that's one action to move forward. I think tactically I should probably try and take out that guy before I do anything else. So I will try to attack the zombie right there.
All right.
That is going to be a 20 to hit. Oh,
20.
wait, what's bless do again? It adds something, right?
You're
That's
not in range.
1,
Oh,
but you
oh,
need
right,
to
we
be
have to
adjacent
be
to another
adjacent.
level. All right. Yeah.
Well, 20.
20. A 20 is going to hit.
Okay.
That one's not flanked, is it?
No.
No.
It's 4. So it's going to be 8 points of damage. That is slashing.
All right. Your axe slams home into the dead flesh, but it's still standing.
Okay.
You still have one more action.
I'm going to raise my shield.
All right. Okay. That was Carina. Carina moved up, attacked, raised a shield. Mikah.
Well, let's see. Behind the mausoleum, I can't see. Am I 30 feet from the big guy?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, 30 feet.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna try and do...
Optimal range.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and do Ray of Enfeeblement on that big fella.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. So it's a ranged spell attack.
Strike true.
That's 21.
A 21 is going to hit.
Hooray! But it's not a crit, is it?
No, it is not.
Well, dang. That's okay. It still hits. So I think you do a fortitude save.
That sounds right.
Hang on, I've got it in here. There we go. You attempt a fortitude save to determine the effect.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll that fortitude save. Here we go. Oh, I rolled a 3. I'm wagering a 13 is going to fail.
I believe so.
It's not a crit fail, though. You're not that high level.
I don't remember. I don't see what the DC is. Is it just my...
It's your standard DC.
Oh, okay.
Which is going to be, I think,
Oh, 12.
17. No,
don't
it's
think
your
12
spell
is
DC.
right.
Oh, my spell... Sorry, my spell DC is 18, actually.
yeah, right.
So
It's
a
so it's a
3?
fail, but not a crit fail. Yeah,
Okay.
no, he had a 13. All right, so he is what, enfeebled 1?
He is... Failure is target becomes enfeebled 2.
Enfeebled 2. All right, so he's
Yes.
going to take a penalty of 2 on all of his melee attack rolls and damage rolls.
Woo!
Nice.
That is a good effect to have on him. All right.
Yay! Oh, I guess that was only one action. Jeez.
No, it's 2.
Oh, 2.
Cast
Sorry.
every
Yeah.
2 ones. Draw a weapon. Move.
I'm gonna
shield.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay.
That's a very good idea.
The thing I decided not to do and deeply regret.
All right. Severina is going to cast Inspire Courage again. So remember that. Everybody's getting a +1 on their attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't get the Bless, but you would have gotten the Inspire Courage, which would have made it a 21. Still a hit. Still not a crit, but just as a note. She is then going to move forward with her rapier to the nearest one.
This one up here? Or
No, probably that way, yeah.
Yeah.
To there.
kitty corner,
Yeah.
or does she want to stand in front of Mother Oleana?
She'll go kitty corner right now.
Okay.
She doesn't want to risk provoking. So she just takes a step forward and slashes out with her rapier as her final action. And that's going to hit. Not sure it's going to do a lot of damage, but it's going to hit. She does a little. All right. The blade slashes through that zombie and does some damage. Zell.
Whew. Thinking maybe we should all just run.
Some of us can't run anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I can grab Qundle.
Sorry.
I'll slash the big guy.
All right.
Let's try
Hit
it.
him.
So I'm gonna do start this out with a twin feint, so he'll be flat-footed for the second attack.
Okay.
But first attack, let's see. So I'm getting a plus, so 25.
25 is a crit.
Yay!
So as you have been whacking away at these things and dealing kind of less than normal damage because their dead bodies seem resistant, Zell, your rapier, you're like, I got this, and you stab him in the head.
All right.
And that not only bypasses his resistance, it's going to do extra damage. Crits do extra damage on him. So go ahead and roll.
Abilities to crits.
They
So you
have
can hit him in
vulnerability
the
to
head.
crits.
Ooh.
Yeah. The joy of
Nice.
unkillable zombies. Here, you may be the first players ever to experience them. So here's how this is going to work. You're going to roll the d6 plus it's a rapier, which does an extra what? D10,
D8,
deadly.
yeah.
So d6, d8,
D6 for the
rapier.
rapier.
Yeah, you're not getting sneak.
Not getting sneak.
So a d6, a d8 plus your normal plus.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll that.
12.
12. So that's going to be doubled to, that's going to get 6 added to it. So that's 18 doubled is 36 damage, and it bypasses my DR.
Ooh. And it's still up.
Headshot.
That looks like it hurt it quite badly, but it is still standing.
Oh, good. Great.
Okay, second attack. He's considered flat-footed.
Yes.
That's awesome. That was only the first one.
Yeah. Yay.
No pressure.
All
Just
you need
do
is
the same.
3 more of those.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
kidding. That's
Oh, God.
I'm kidding. It's 5.
I'm kidding. It's not that
Followed
few.
up by an amazing 1.
Oh.
Well, you do have
got
hero
hero
points.
points.
I mean, you use them as you see fit, though. I'm just here to encourage you to
But they're better
do the right thing.
if you burn them to live. It's better to burn them now. So because
Remember, you can burn 1 to reroll. If you are dying and you need to use them to save yourself, you have to burn all of them.
yeah.
So if
here
you only
go.
add 1, that's all of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Let's do it. That's a little bit better, but I'm a little bit not as well hitting. So it's going to be 15.
A 15 will hit, but it is not a crit, so you will deal the 2d6 plus your normal, because you get the sneak attack.
Yes, because considered flat-footed.
Yep.
13.
13 damage. All right. That seems like it did not do as much.
And just for the fun of it, because I have another attack, let's hit him again. So I'm minus what on this one? I'm minus.
You're going to be minus 8. I'm assuming. Or, well, if
I'm using
it's
the short sword.
Oh, it's the short sword. Yeah, then it's minus 8.
All right. Well, in the short sword, it takes away just 1 off of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled a 12 minus 8. Yeah.
That's not going to do it. Yeah.
We're just going to put that die away.
That's a nice attack.
My hits
All right.
get less and less.
So, Qundle,
Yeah.
we have come back to you.
Yep.
You have one of 2 choices right
Okay.
now. You can attempt the flat check to either increase or decrease your dying condition.
Sure.
Or you can spend all 3 and pop right back up.
I got 2.
All right, you can spend all 2 and
pop up?
Yeah, and immediately stabilize and be at 0.
But conscious?
I don't believe so. I think when you do this tactic, you are...
what dying condition is dying dead?
4.
I'll try to roll once.
What does giving hit points do for that?
So that would bring him back up, but he would gain the wounded condition.
You want that instead?
Well, I mean, not on my turn, but you can do it on your turn.
Right.
Yeah.
I can heal you.
Okay. I'm gonna risk the flat check and see how it goes.
Okay.
Got a 14.
14 is enough that you drop to dying 1.
Great.
Woo!
All right.
Only a little bit dying.
Getting
Only
better.
mostly dying.
All right. So next up is Mother Olinari. She spends 1 action to extend the radius of the bless to 10 feet. She then spends 2 actions to cast a ranged heal spell at one of the undead. She's going to pick whichever one's closest to her.
There's one right
Which
here.
is one right next to her. Yeah.
Hanging
She's
out.
going to go ahead and throw a heal spell at it. It's going to make a save, which it failed, but not critically. And it's going to take 14, 19. It crumbles to dust.
Yay!
She just wiped one out. Yeah. She finishes casting her spell, points her hand at it, and white fire begins to burn across it. And the moment that white fire catches on its dead flesh, it flash flames the thing, and it just crumbles to ash.
Yikes.
Nice.
It's a handy spell.
Yeah, she just cast heal. That's all that was. All right, that was Mother Olinari. Unfortunately, now they go. All right.
Feeling good about where I am.
So
Yeah, you're in a
the
good
one that's
spot.
along the fence next to the big guy, it's going to take a 5-foot forward, and it's going to attack Qundle.
Dead.
By not making an attack roll, it just starts grabbing gobs of his flesh and feeding itself.
Because it's a zombie.
You immediately take damage, which causes you to drop back down to dying 2. That's all it does this round, but that's it. The big one is going to swing at... Who's that right in front of me?
This is Carina, and
Carina.
that's Zell over there.
Okay. It's going to take a swing at Carina.
Okay.
Here it comes. That is a 24.
That will hit.
Not a crit, I'm assuming.
No.
It does have -2 to its roll.
That is true. So you only take
And -2
7
to
points of damage.
Okay.
But you are pushed back 5 feet, but you can't go back 5 feet. So you just stay where you're at.
Okay.
And then the second attack is going to go at Zell. And that is a... 13 is going to miss.
Ooh.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
All right.
Duck.
Next up, that was the big one. Next up, I've got the other one next to Carina. And that
It's also
one's...
next to Sabrina.
Oh, is it?
Just saying.
Yeah, but you swung at
Whoa.
it last round, so it's going to swing
I'm a
at you.
true champion.
Yeah.
It's going to miss, though. I rolled a 2, so that's not going anywhere.
Player character thinking, wait.
And the second attack is going to be a 16, which I'm going to wager is going to miss.
It misses.
Yeah. All right. And which ones do I have left? I still have
There's
one.
2 on me.
2 on Zell. All right. Between the 2 of them, they don't move into a flank or anything like that. They're not smart enough to do anything like that. But they do both take attacks at you. The first one is going to get a 25
That hits.
for 4 points of damage.
I think Carina is going to say, stop, find whatever glimpse of humanity, life is within your flesh, and feel guilty about this horrible turn of events. And if you stop attacking, we will put your soul to rest.
He takes the, enfeebled penalty?
It is...
Guilt penalty.
The penalty
It's
to
upgraded because I leveled. It's stupefied
Oh,
for
stupefied.
2.
All right. He's super stupefied. But that does reduce the damage down to 0. So you take nothing.
And also, the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 7 because it's undead.
Which reduces the damage.
Okay.
But it did.
I'm sorry, 9.
Yeah, no worries.
It's undead.
It's super no damage. However, with its second action, it does grab you. Then the other one attacks, is going to miss, and will attack again and miss as well, because I rolled very poorly. All right. Those are my bad guys. Carina.
Right. So just saying something really quick, will that, use an action? I can just say something.
You can say something.
Sabrina, drag Qundle back, and as I say that, I lay a hand on you, and you get 6 hit points.
Okay. So, I wasn't wounded 2.
Yep.
I get 6 points, dying 2.
Yeah.
So I'm now wounded.
Yeah.
And at 0 hit points?
Or
do I get the healing?
You get the healing.
Okay.
So you go back up. But you now have the wounded 1 condition.
Okay. Which does what?
Basically what that means is the next time you gain any amount of dying condition, you gain an amount
more.
extra equal to your wounded condition.
Okay.
So it means that you die significantly easier.
Oh, good.
You also get
let's
a
see,
plus
we're
2
now
to your AC for a round.
Excellent.
That's
I'm not
so
complaining at all.
That was 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing with the other 2?
I think I'm gonna have to try and go for the zombie that was trying to hit Qundle.
Okay.
All right, so I attack it with a 19.
That will hit. It's not a crit, but it is a hit.
Oh wait, bless that.
I'll take it up to 20, but still just a hit, not a
All
crit.
right. And then that is going to be a 9 points of damage, slashing damage.
And that's against that one right there.
Here,
Okay.
yeah.
That one has only taken a little, but it will take some more. All right.
I'm gonna raise my shield for the last one.
Okay. That was Carina. Mikah.
Let's see. Where am I at? Can I get over to here with 25?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Awesome. I'm going to run. Oh, let's see. No, dang it. That's not quite close enough. Crap. Well, since I can't get quite there, I'm going to go here then.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm going to kind of slap that zombie with Chill Touch.
Ooh, chill touch. What's that going to do?
That is going to, yeah, I don't think I need to make an attack or anything. It's a saving throw for you for Fort. So.
Is this a little one? Yeah, it's a normal zombie.
Yes,
chill
yeah,
out, slap.
All right.
Chill out.
I'm going to fail, but it's not a crit fail.
Okay. Let's see. You are flat-footed for 1 round on a failed Fortitude save.
All right. It kind of disrupts the necromantic energy powering it, and it just kind of stumbles about.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I can do, because that was 2 actions, and I moved, so.
All right. Micah, at the end of your turn, the key that you put in the pocket, you can feel it. Your thigh is now freezing cold. It continues to chill you. Everyone gains the doomed condition.
Ooh,
What
is
does
that?
even mean?
So what the
Means you're doomed.
It means you're doomed.
Tonight
so
at 11.
here's what the doomed condition means. You don't take any penalties or anything, but it does reduce the point at which you die from dying 4 to dying 3.
Oh.
If you ever end up
like
with
that.
more doomed than you have the capability of having dying condition, you die.
Great. What do I do with this thing? It's cold. Should I throw it?
I don't think so.
If you
Sabrina.
throw it, it'll just come back.
It is Severina's
yeah.
turn. She casts Inspire Courage again,
Courage, comrades.
and she's going to stab at the one that is fighting against
This one right here.
against Carina.
Don't worry, we're all doomed.
And she slashes out. That's a pretty good roll.
We're
It's
literally
flat-footed,
doomed.
too.
Oh, well, that's going to be a crit then.
Yeah, as it's surrounded.
Hee-hee.
Nice.
Let's drop
Sabrina's
my
going to score a crit
My
with
God.
her rapier, which, she pierces it right through the head and it falls over dead.
Nice.
That's handy.
That's all
So there's
thanks to
two
that chill
left
touch.
now. One of which has been slightly damaged.
There are 3 figures out there still.
Yeah, there's still 2
Oh,
on
sorry,
me,
there are
yeah.
3.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no, you're absolutely right. Yep.
And this
Sorry.
monstrosity.
There are 3 out there still, one of which has been moderately damaged, and I think the rest are almost untouched. And the monstrosity, which, to be clear, took quite a hit. That crit did quite a number on it, but it's still up and fighting. So Severina is then going to... what's she going to do? She's going to move over to the ones fighting against Zell to be back up over there. And that's her turn. Zell.
I'll try and hit the big guy again.
Okay.
See what I can do against this.
He's a big target.
He is. And I got Inspire Courage, so 21?
21 will hit. It is not a crit, though.
Boo. He's not flat-footed.
Jeez, why didn't you crit?
I'm sorry. I need to try better.
Crit harder.
Oh, sorry, that's not a D8. That's
Equal to crit hard.
Yeah.
D6. Wrong die. But same
hard with
damage.
vengeance.
7 damage?
7 damage. That did a little to it. Not too much.
All right, with the short sword, which is only -4 to attack because it's agile.
Great.
And this is a feint attack, so he is... Sorry, this
He
is
is
twin
flat-footed
feint. Yeah,
against this.
flat-footed.
Okay.
So it's plus 10.
10.
Yep, 10.
No, a 10 is going to miss.
And
He is slow in stumbling, but not quite that slow in stumbling.
is there any sort of like defensive action I can take?
If
As
you
one
had
action?
a little bit of cover from a headstone, you could get
oh.
more cover, but that's about it.
I'll
You
slash
can
at him
always just
again.
Swing for the fences, yeah.
That's a miss.
All right. And that's all against the big guy, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. That was Zell. Qundle, you are prone and at 6 hit points.
Qundle will look over. You said we were friends once. Did you mean that?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Laying there, not getting up, not moving, I take all 3 of my actions to cast Heal as a 30-foot emanation, targeting all living and undead creatures within 30 feet.
Whew.
That's
Oh,
a
well,
nice
all
one.
right then. Okay,
Heal
so that's going to
Nova.
do a D8,
Uh-huh.
but it is also going to trigger all of their vulnerabilities.
8.
Yep.
So all of you are healed for 8.
What?
They get a basic fortitude save.
Yeah. Let's try the Shamblers. I got a fail, and a
See,
make.
we've got life
Now, what
and
would you
death.
have done if I'd said no?
Run. I can't leave my friends. I've never had any before.
I like this heal Nova.
So the
But I
blast
can
washes.
only do a Nova if I use all my actions, so I can't do anything. I can't cast shield. I can't get up and run.
Let's see. That's going to take him. All right.
Seems good.
A
like
blast of holy light emanates from Qundle, washing over all of you. All of you regain 8. If you are damaged, you regain 8 hit points. This holy fire washes over the undead. It catches to them like fire to dry tinder. Many of them burst into flames. All of them now look heavily, heavily damaged, but none of them fell from that. But to be clear, the other ones were barely even hurt. So, and the brute now looks like it is on the verge of collapse. The fire is burning away its body. You can now see bone being exposed as the flesh burns away. All of its bulging flesh nodules are just like crumbling to ash.
Gross.
But thank you for bulging flesh nodule.
Bulging flesh, like it's like because it's so swollen.
Right.
With it's so swole. Yeah.
Do you
All right.
nodule?
Yeah, that's
Do you
right.
nodule, bro?
Yeah, do you even nodule, bro? That's the worst thing ever. All right.
We're so sorry.
Mental note. Don't
not
invent
sorry.
words. I'm sorry. I'm just looking to the people behind the camera. I'm sorry for this catastrophe. All right. So the undead now get to go. Actually, sorry. Mother Olinari gets to go first. She spends an action to increase the range of her bless by another 5 feet.
Out to 15.
So it's now up to 15.
Everyone except Zell.
Sorry, Zell.
She
fine.
is
Like lizard.
going to throw a let's see, she's going to do, look at her stats, And she's going to throw another heal at another one of the zombies that's fighting against Zell. Because she thinks she can have better results by throwing it there. All right, there it is. And let me roll its fortitude save. Remove the one that's closer to me that's fighting Zell. The holy fire washes over that one, and it collapses into the dirt. There are now 2 ordinary zombies, both of which look pretty badly hurt, and the big guy. That is Mother Olinari. The zombies go. Let's see. I'm going to start over on Zell. I'm going to have the one on Zell. It's going to make... its first attack is... Oh, boy. That's a 25.
And it grabbed me?
Yeah, it did grab you.
Okay.
You are correct. You are grabbed by it, which means that's not a fist attack. That's a bite.
Lovely. I have good luck with that. So my AC is 18, so it hits.
18. Yeah, that's a 25. So that's going to hit. Take
Not a crit yet.
take 7 from the bite. And for its second action, it's going to attempt to bite you again. But that's going to miss. Next up.
Better undead than you have bitten me, zombie.
Next up. The other zombie, the other one that's still remaining, is going to attack Carina. But I roll a 1. And you know what?
Yeah, villain point.
Oh no!
Forget you, 1. I'm not taking you. Instead, I got a 17, which comes out to a 24.
Ouch!
That does hit.
That's pretty rude.
That is going to do 6 points of damage.
I blame Night
Alright.
Trace.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, chat, for that villain point. Put to good use. Rolling 1s. Not acceptable. All right. Then with its second attack, it's going to attack you again. But an armor class of 17 is going to miss. I'm guessing.
Misses, yeah.
Finally, the big one goes. Being washed over with holy energy, the giant one tries to hit Qundle, who is prone on the ground.
What's the penalty for prone?
You're basically just one-footed. You take a penalty to your AC. Your AC drops by 2.
Okay.
All right. Let me look at stats. There it is.
Does Qundle still have the +2 AC? Sorry.
No, that was more around.
That was just around.
And is he still enfeebled? at all? Or is that just one round?
The condition marches. So, what'd you get?
Armor class 30.
Whoa!
That's a crit.
I rolled a 19.
Well, he did say we were doomed.
How much damage is that?
Well, Karina's using her reaction.
Okay.
Nice.
And going to say that Qundle is an agent of Pharasma with this holy light that he has just blasted, and you are an abomination, you giant undead thing, and you will not hurt my friend. Feel guilty about it.
Die mad about it.
Die mad. Or re-die.
Yeah, re-die.
That reduces the damage by 9.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's probably going to be really important.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Hopefully that's enough to help.
Oh no.
32 minus 9, take 23.
Okay. So that will drop me to 0.
But you're not like
Yeah, I am.
super dead.
Here's the problem. It's a crit that dropped me to 0, so that's dying 2. I already had wounded 1, so that's dying 3. We're doomed.
We're doomed.
That's dying 4.
No.
Did you just kill Qundle?
It's dying 4.
It's dying for it,
even-
yeah.
Even hero points won't save you from going straight to dying 4.
Carina, it's your turn.
Oh.
Did I just watch Qundle die?
Qundle is laying on the ground unmoving.
That's not good.
No, no!
I mean, the big guy is stupefied now as well.
Yeah.
He's got a mountain of penalties on him.
Yeah.
And is also really badly injured.
Get him.
Get him.
Yeah, Karina's gonna like drop her shield and say no, and grab her axe with both hands and swing at, I guess,
Get
move
in,
up
yeah.
Yep.
and swing at the big guy.
You're only going to get 1 attack.
Well.
There we go.
Oh boy.
I'll try a different dice just to see if that helps. So that is going to be a 17 to hit. Wait, plus the bless?
Yep.
It's going
So
to be a hit.
18. Okay. And since that is two-handed, that's a D12.
Get him, get him, get him!
That's I don't think I have a D12. Oh, there it is.
It just never sees any use.
Yeah, I know.
Esoteric
not a
die.
great roll, but so that's going to be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. It is very, very badly hurt. It is ridiculously badly hurt, but it is still standing.
Right. So if I take another swing at it, it's at a.
You don't
Action
get
to drop
another
your shield and
action.
change your grip.
No, the
Action.
drop the
And
shield is
I
free.
move
Okay, change the
forward.
grip.
Change grip
Yep.
is 1. Move. Attack.
Okay.
Yeah. That was Carina. Micah.
No!
You do still have your arcane bond, by the way. Should remind you.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna drain that and get my magic missile back.
Okay. So you drain it, get magic missile back. The drain is free,
Right.
so you still have all 3 of your actions.
Yep, I'm gonna use all 3 of them, but I have to pick when I start where they go. Is that
Before you deal
correct?
any damage, you have to decide where all 3 of them go.
Well, I mean,
Big
I'm gonna
guy.
shoot them all at the big guy because
All right.
he is currently the target of my wrath. My tiny, tiny wrath.
Yeah, but we've seen what your wrath can
Fear
do.
my tiny,
Yeah.
tiny wrath. That's awesome.
So that's 6, 9 plus 3, so 12.
12.
The 3 missiles dart around Carina, like zooming past her ear, slamming into the undead Hulk, and just as it's about to raise its fist to just crush her flat, it raises its fist and it just tumbles backwards
Take
and falls
that!
to the ground.
Goodness, it fell backwards.
Yeah.
And it crushes you. Take 8.
Yeah.
No.
All right, that was Micah. Severina goes. She's still adjacent to 1, isn't she?
No, it's dead,
did
but
it
she
die?
can easily get
She
over
can
it.
easily move to 1. She's gonna move and attack. Armor class 22 is going to be a crit.
Yeah.
That's gonna skewer that one through the head. And then she'll cast Inspire
Good.
Courage again, just for everybody else to have. Zell.
Whew,
There's only one
okay,
left.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up, twin feint this jerk.
Slice
Maybe.
him up.
Oh, that's a terrible roll, but it still might hit. 13?
13 is a hit.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's a terrible roll, but I am a really stumbly zombie.
Ooh. 10 damage?
10 damage does it.
Yay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Even with his resistances, the Holy Fire really did a number on him.
Good.
So,
Yes.
your rapier slashes through it, and it just spills out like grave soil from inside of it. It's so ancient and rotted that it's basically just filled with grave earth.
I thought you were going to say gravy.
No, it's not filled with gravy. No.
This situation is not gravy,
And
despite the graves.
You slash through it, and as you do so, the last of the undead falls to the ground. 2 things happen. First thing that happens is that the key that was freezing cold at your waist suddenly stops glowing and is no longer cold.
Okay.
The chill is still on all the things that are around it, but that too is starting to fade. But it suddenly stops glowing, and the chill that was emanating from it fades away. The second thing that happens is that Qundle crumbles to ash.
Ooh.
No.
And that is where we are
No.
going to end today's session. I want to thank you guys for watching episode 12 of Oblivion Oath. I also want to take this moment to say thank you, Owen, for participating in our stream. Owen is moving on to bigger and better things. He's moving halfway across the country, and we thank him for joining us here in Oblivion Oath. I also want to thank all of you for watching. This has been a blast, and we're going to keep it going, so we will see you all next Thursday. Thank you, Owen. Thank you,
you,
Yay,
everyone.
Qundle!
Quandle.
Bye, folks.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.